We live in schools and in classrooms in contested spaces, and we shouldn't think of it otherwise. We live in places where there is an argument going on about what direction, and we should commit ourselves, I think, in every way we can think of, to imagining education and practicing education as the practice of enlightenment, the practice of freedom, the practice of social justice, the doing of social justice. I began teaching in 1965, and I taught kindergarten initially, and then I taught everything up the line. But I had this kind of crisis the first morning that I was teaching. I think I was 15 minutes into the first day of my first class, and a kid said, "Bill, why does the ball bounce?" And I thought, oh shit, you know, I have no idea, you know, and by an hour or two later, my ignorance was everywhere apparent. I didn't know why the ball bounced. I didn't know why the sky was blue. I didn't know why my skin was pink and her skin was brown, and so on. I just didn't know everything. And it caused a crisis, but it caused a crisis that, at least for me, felt very creative by the end of the year, because I had to choose who to be as a teacher. Did I want to be a teacher who held on to the podium and the desk and the lesson plan with all my strength and delivered things as they came up, or did I want to be, instead of the master and commander of the classroom ship, did I want to think of myself more as a pilgrim on a journey with them towards some discovery and surprise? Why is it in our society that education is something that's done on the clock between certain hours, or that's only part of being a young person, K to 12 or K to 16 or K through graduate school? Why do we think of education in those kind of terms? Well, the obvious answer is because we're thinking of education as something that prepares you for work, the real world. That, to me, is a fundamental and primary error if you're thinking of education in a democracy. In a democracy, education is ongoing. It's forever. It doesn't have a beginning or an ending. Those of us who care about education and think deeply about it, worry about it, and are particularly concerned now about its fate, I think have to think hard about where we're going and what we want to accomplish. So in many ways, when we gather like this, we should start with first principles. Where are we headed? What is education for? What is it about? And what is all this work and this experience? Where is it taking us? In my view, and I've thought about this for a long, long time, but I think that education at its best is really understood, should be understood as an experience that opens the possibility of other human beings reaching the full measure of their humanity. That is, education at its best is an invitation to become more powerful, more purposeful in your projects and your pursuits.